Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 14th of April 2024. The first February in 1928, a social activist Janardhan Sadashiv Rana Pise has been associated with organizing the first ever public celebration of Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar's birth anniversary, which took place in Pune on April 14, 1928. April 14 witnesses the remembrance of B.R. Ambedkar, who was the chief architect of the Indian Constitution. Earth Day on 22nd encouraged environmental protection efforts worldwide. Starting the news with analysts with the news for the Hindu states that Israel-Iran tensions live updates. United States says it has downed some Iran-launched attack drones en route to Israel. An anti-missile system operates after Iran launched drones and missiles towards Israel, as seen from Ashkelon, Israel, April 14, 2024. After facilitating recruitment, government's advisory against travel led to confusion. Worries among the workers, experts question poor planning, moral justification of hiring amidst rising tension as the death of a worker. War clouds between Iran and Israel have cast a shadow over the future of more than 5,000 Indians who have been recruited for the construction work in Israel, even as experts question the government for allowing the recruitment at this time. In the news, also stated that the trend in climate change jurisprudence explained the representational image of a farmer in the field under the sun. Story so far. In recent judgment, the Supreme Court ruled that the citizens have right against the adverse effect of climate change. The court was giving its verdict in a case that raised concerns over multiple deaths of the great Indian mustard due to the solar power transmission lines against India's obligation to meet its emission reduction and increase its energy capacity through non-fossil fuel sources. In the newspaper also states that Israel closes airspace as Iran launched drones in the first ever full-scale military assault. Iran launched drones towards Israel late Saturday. The Israeli military announced that Iran's state-run media reported that dozens have been fired. Israeli army spokesman said it would take several hours for aircraft to arrive. United States provide unspecified support for Israel's defense. Representational image of an unmanned aerial vehicle. Iran has launched drones targeting Israel on April 14, 2024. Jaishankar speaks to United Kingdom Foreign Secretary Cameron, discusses West Asia situation. Iranian military seized a cargo ship with Israeli links near the Strait of Hormuz with 17 Indian crew members on board. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar on Saturday discussed with his British counterpart David Cameron on the emerging situation in West Asia rising out of escalating tensions between Israel and Iran. While picture of External Affairs Minister Jaishankar with the United Kingdom Foreign Secretary David Cameron. Going to the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Manipur car blast, NIA files charge sheet against two, including main conspirator. NIA said for the investigation are connecting to trace other absconding accused involved in the case. The National Investigation Agency has filed a charge sheet against two accused, including the main conspirator, in the June 2023 Kavatka vehicle bomb blast case in Manipur, in which 3 persons were injured and several public and private properties were damaged. Hindustan Times also stated that the Central Bureau of Investigation files a graft case against the Megha Engineering's biggest electoral bond buyer. CBI registered the FIR against Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited (MEIL) on March 31. New Delhi, the Central Bureau of Investigation has filed a case against a Hyderabad headquarter infrastructure firm Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited (MEIL), the second largest buyer of electoral bonds (EB), on charges of paying bribes to officials of NMDC Limited and engineering consultancies firm Mecon Limited under the Steel Ministry in connection with the payment against invoices. What was the economy of the country from the aviation point of view? Middle East tensions in India with Vistara opted for alternative flight spots for the certain overseas flights. On Friday, it asked its citizens not to travel to Israel and Iran amid increasing fears that Tehran will launch an attack on Israeli soil in retaliation to strike on the Iranian consulate in Syria 11 days ago. Amid escalating tensions in the Middle East, India and Vistara on Saturday said they have decided to opt for alternative flight spots for some flights to and from India. Air India is the only Indian carrier that operates flights to Israel. It has 4 weekly flights connecting Delhi and Tel Aviv. From the business point of view, drinks beverage brands to lose health tag in e-retail. Ministry on 10 April directed that the platforms to do so, saying there is such things as the health drink defined under the country's food and safety standard laws. As on Saturday, all e-commerce platforms will still categorizing their products as health and nutritional drinks. Government asks all gas-based plants to be operational from May 1st to June 30. As a consequence, gas-based units with combined capacity of 25 gigawatt are likely to be functional during May-June. These units are grappling with the high operational costs and operations could result in losses. The center has directed all gas-based power generating stations to operationalize their plants from May 1st to June 30 in view of rise in electricity demand due to an early onset of the heat wave this summer. The government has also formed a high-level committee headed by the chairperson Central Electricity Authority to facilitate the implementation of the direction. According to the world news, including Israel-Iran news, live updates: Iran launches drones at Israel and says Israeli military. Israeli military says Iran has launched drones at Israel will take hours to arrive. Biden will meet with its national security team as a fierce rise of an Iranian strike against Israel. Jordan to temporarily close airspace, state media says. Biden wins Wyoming's caucuses with the Democrats in Alaska settled to get their say in nomination. River barrages break loose in Pittsburgh, causing damage and closing bridge. According to the Science and Technology study of brightest explosion in the space deepens mystery of gold platinums in origin. Scientists have confirmed what caused the most powerful and violent explosion we know of in the universe, but that brings up new questions. Artistic illustration of the brightest of all time gamma ray burst. From artificial intelligence point of view, artificial intelligence algorithm, general artificial intelligence promises a booster at dose of Indian pharma to scale up the value game. General artificial intelligence offers a particularly promising template for Indian pharma to orchestrate a much needed scale up across the value chain. The biggest tool for the drug discovery could be AlphaFold, an artificial intelligence trained by Google, DeepMind to predict protein structures. From Tech News, tech is the key to scale impact startups, but passionate founders at Trigger and Industry Ganesh, CEO NSRCEL, with nearly 1,347 ventures incubator in the last financial year through its 13 concurrent program tracks. NSRCEL has a wide range of startups focusing on deep tech, impact, sustainability, mobility. Anand Sri Ganesh is the CEO of NS Raghavan Center of the Entrepreneurial Learning. NSRCEL IIM Indian Institute of Management Bangalore flagship business incubator. And in an interview with the IndianExpress.com, Anand talks about NSRCEL's journey, the challenge of being a business incubator for tech entrepreneurs, and the more. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, whose birth anniversary is 14 April. That's today, 1891, up to 6 December 1956. Was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer, and a political leader who headed the committee of drafting the Constitution of India from the Constituent Assembly debates. Served as the Law and Justice Minister in the first cabinet of the Jawaharlal Nehru, and inspired the Dalit Buddhist movement after the renouncing Hinduism. B.R. Ambedkar says a famous quotation. He says that history shows that while ethics and economics come in conflict, victory is always with the economics. Vested interests and never we know to have willingly divested themselves unless there was sufficient force to compel them. Okay, thank you.